my great honor to introduce Jeanette Nunez. I've known Jeanette for 8 years now. We served in the Florida House together for 6 years. And let me just say, as a House member, when you see the freshman class come in, you watch what they do. And I remember when Jeanette's class came in, I watched Jeanette. And she came into the Florida House knowing what to do. She knew her way around the Capitol, and she didn't let anybody push her around. She is smart, and well, let's just say she's very confident. She's a mom. She has 3 children. Well, not really children. 19, 17, and 12. She's a very dedicated leader. And I'm just really pleased that she's here in Nassau County. I'll say that when I first read in the newspaper that who Ron DeSantis was looking at for his LG picks, and I know, let me just say I know all of them. I thought to myself, he would be really smart if he picked Jeanette Nunez. That's just the honest truth. And I say that because, you know, she's a hard worker, and she knows state policy, and she's just an honest person. So the last event we went to, there were a couple of Democrats there. And I honestly thought that they were there to make trouble. And lo and behold, one of them asked, well, how easy is it to talk to Jeanette? I'm like, you know, she's really pretty easy to talk to. Would you like to meet her? Like, yeah, I really would. And so I went to find Jeanette. And then you know what? He said, can I give her a check? I'm like, yeah, you can. Really, you can. That'd be really great. Then he said, could I volunteer on her campaign? I said, yes, you could. We'd love to have you campaign for the Ron DeSantis, Jeanette Nunez team. Let's get your number. And so here's the deal. The other team is so far to the left that I think there's a real opportunity for us for our strong Republican message. His concern was about socialism. And I believe that with Ron and Jeanette, we have the opportunity to take Florida yet again. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So in Nassau County, we know we will be red. We know it. But we've got to turn out a 20,000 plus vote plurality. 20,000 vote plus, because we've got to overcome what happens in Duval County. So we can't be satisfied with the fact that we're going to be red. We've got to turn out 20,000 plus. So when you meet Jeanette, and when you know her like I know her, oh, let me tell you one more thing he said to me. After he talked with Jeanette for just 5 minutes, and you don't know this yet, he said she's so easy to talk to. She needs to do a commercial. That's what he said, because she's so likable. All right? So with that, I want you to meet my friend, Jeanette Nunez.
Warm introduction. It was very kind. Thank you for having me here. What an honor to be with you all today, and thank you for my honorary membership. So I encourage those of you that are members to join, because I'm a member, so wouldn't you want to be a member too? Honestly, it's so exciting to be here in Nassau County today. I spent the whole morning, I've read to kids, I've met with people on the other side. I got to speak to a very, very great group this morning. And it's just heartwarming to be welcomed to Nassau County the way that you all have welcomed me. We're excited about the campaign. We're excited about the race. And I know Janet said Nassau County is going to be reliably red. But we need to make sure you are deep red. deep, deep, deep breath, because we absolutely need to offset some of the challenges that we have with areas like Duval, even areas like Miami-Dade County that traditionally have voted Democrat time and again, and we're hoping to do something there too. But I gotta tell you, we are counting on you. We're counting on each and every one of you to get out the vote, to make the phone calls, to talk to your friends, to educate them, because I don't think a lot of people know how dangerous Andrew Gillum is for Florida. I don't think they know that he wants to take us back, not forward. I don't think they know that he wants to raise taxes 40%. I don't think they know that he wants to socialize medicine. I don't think they know that he wants to abolish ICE and leave us exposed with dangerous criminals being released back into our neighborhoods. I don't think they know that he wants to do all of the terrible things that he has talked about. The media they don't really give him a hard time. They give us a hard time for everything. I mean, all you have to do is read the paper or watch the news, and it's all negative about our side. But I'm here to tell you that we have a plan to grow Florida. We have a plan to continue pushing us forward. The past 8 years under the leadership of Governor Scott, we've seen taxes cut more than $10 billion. We've seen record number of visitors to our state, over 116 million. We see people flocking here. 1,000 people a day are coming to Florida because they don't like the left-wing socialist policies of their states and their cities, like New York and Chicago and Los Angeles. They're leaving those places for a reason, and it's not just our wonderful beaches and our environment. They're leaving because they don't like those policies. And so why would we enact those same policies that cause people to flock from those cities and those states? We want to continue to grow Florida. We want to continue to make sure that our workforce is equipped to handle the new jobs and the new industries that Ron DeSantis is committed to bringing to every corner of Florida. He has a very vigorous plan to make sure our taxes remain low, to make sure our education continues to be top-notch, and to make sure that our environment is protected. He has led on that issue. He has been very vocal on making sure that he wants to ensure that our economy and our environment, which are integrally linked, continue to be healthy, continue to be safe, and he wants to make sure to further that. So I know that issue is important here. I know the issue of fiscal responsibility is important, but it's important for all of Florida. And so he also wants to make sure that he stands with law enforcement and has that safe communities. Because as a mother of 3, I'm horrified by Mayor Gillum's track record. Tallahassee is the deadliest city in the state. All the while, our crime rate has gone down statewide, not under his watch. In Tallahassee, the crime continues to spiral out of control, and that is something that we cannot allow for him to further those very dangerous policies in his anti-law enforcement stance. We stand with law enforcement, we stand for safe communities, and we stand for making sure everyone is protected. And for those of you in the military that have served, if you could please raise your hands. I know I met a few. Thank you very much for your service. Ron is a veteran. I know you all know that. He's someone that put on the uniform and was willing to fight for each one of us here. And so he understands it's personal for him. He understands veterans' issues, and he's going to continue to make sure that Florida remains as the veteran-friendly capital in the country. And we're going to continue to further those policies and make sure that we understand the challenges, the unique challenges that our veteran community face. And so as we look at the election, it's about a month and a half away, 6 weeks, we are eager to educate Florida voters, but we can't do it all ourselves. That's why we're counting on each one of you here today, and we know that you're going to help us further our message and further our vision for Florida, because we understand that elections have consequences, and politicians always say that, right, Janet? We would always say this election is the most important one, especially if you were on the ballot. But I got to tell you, I firmly believe that this election, the consequences are dire. We cannot sit on the sidelines. We cannot let somebody else decide for us. We need to make sure we vote for Ron DeSantis. We need to make sure that we're telling our friends, our neighbors, that you're volunteering. I know that everyone is busy during this time of year. I know that we've got 50 million candidates, local, state, you name it. But this is really one where we have to unite as a team, and we have to push forward the Republican agenda, the Republican message, and the Republican candidates. Because I think, and I know this group would probably agree with me, if you look at the difference between our opponent and us, you will agree that we're not just the best choice for Florida, we are the only choice to keep Florida moving forward. thank you again so much for having me here. I wish I could spend more time here, but they have me running all over the place. I'm finishing up my 3rd week on the campaign trail, and some days I don't even know what day it is. But we are excited. We're ready to work. We're working hard. Ron is working hard, and I appreciate all of your efforts. I appreciate everything that you do for us. And please, please, please make sure you leave it all on the field. We don't want to be lamenting on November 7th. We want to be celebrating. And I know with your work, your hard effort, and everyone in here, we're going to be victorious on November 6th. Thank you so much.